I want to cry. I'm going to miss it.
Astroworld back.
Astroworld.
We need a Fortnite theme park.
Astroworld.
We need a
Fortnite theme park.
Are you even old enough to know what Astroworld was?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, no.
He's like 19.
But I know.
No, but I know. As you just heard, the love for Houston's Astroworld theme park still runs deep. It makes me nostalgic because the very first time I came to Houston, I was with my high school band from San Antonio. We played the halftime at the Oilers game in the Astrodome. Then we were cut loose at Astroworld. The theme park was the brainchild of former Houston mayor and philanthropist Roy Hoffines to complement the Astrodome and our newfound name as the Space City. The doors opened in 1968, and for 37 years, the theme park was the foundation of good times for locals and visitors. It closed 20 years ago, but you can now walk down memory lane through the real Astroworld, a retro pop art collection. Juan Salazar and Paul Skrabanek join us with details. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so Astroworld, we're going to get into that in just a second, but about you, Juan, you're the owner of a popular toy store that people have seen on TV shows.
I am super happy, Incredible Toys in the Heights. We're located off of 221 East 11th Street, but yeah, we've been featured on a national show called A Toy Store Near You. Fun job.
Yeah. And you, Paul, grew up in Tomball. You're an avid toy collector.
Yes, I am, very much so. Got to realize my childhood dream of owning a toy store with my buddy.
So you two came together on that, and so that's the other side of your brain. You're still a kid at heart because you attended the University of Houston. You have degrees in physics and political science and a law degree from South Texas College of Law, but you still got to make room to play.
I do.
All right. You love art as well, and so how did you two come together on the idea of art about Astroworld?
Well, so like everything, it was kind of inspired by a woman. I wanted to impress my wife.
Okay.
And so I've been doing art for a few years, and I wanted to do a real nice collection. And there's nothing that means more to me really from Houston than Astroworld. I was born at the right time, so I was fortunate enough to enjoy it as a child with my parents, as a teen, as a hangout, and as my first job, which impacted me greatly.
Yeah,
So.
I was doing a radio show the week that it closed, and we had people call in, and it was amazing. People would call in and hold for an hour to share their story. But it was the first job for a lot of people. It was family memories. It was how a lot of people met their spouses, right, at Astroworld. So it holds a much deeper place in our hearts than just entertainment.
So one of my favorite things is we do Comic Palooza every year, and I'll sell Astroworld shirts, replica Astroworld maps, and I meet so many people from so many different walks of life, and just walking through the park and telling stories and hearing their stories, it just kind of brings us all together, especially in a time when we're all so divided.
Yeah.
Like it's just something that we all have in common in Houston, and I love it. It just, every time I talk about Astroworld, I can feel my heart beating faster.
Yeah. All right, Paul, for you, Astroworld?
So for Astroworld, for me, was it kind of signified your parents' trust. And in the summers, I was a young teenager at that time in the early 90s. And your parents they'd get you the season pass because that's basically what a regular ticket cost. And then they drop you off at 8 in the morning and pick you up 8 at night.
Yep.
And it meant that they trusted you to get through the day without any incident. And it was just a load of fun.
Yeah. What was some of the most fun things you did there?
So I remember when Batman the Escape opened, and I went with my brothers. And it was the weekend the ride opened, so we're just chomping at the bit to get in the park and get on that ride and thinking, okay, we'll knock that out first and then we'll ride everything else. And we spent 4 to 5 hours in that line because it broke down, and we were all fool enough to just stand in line thinking, hey, everything's going to be okay. And it didn't really bother us at the time as teenagers, but
it taught you a lesson in patience, didn't it?
It did, and you're sitting there having fun with your brothers, talking to other people in line, catching up on what's going on in Houston, things like that.
Family memories together. All right. I loved the entertainment. It was really, really good there. We were talking before the show about some of the people who showed up there that people might not realize.
Yeah, Southern Star Amphitheater had a lot of really good concerts. Selena performed there. The Ninja Turtles performed there at one time. It even went back as far as Bob Dylan performed there.
Wow.
So great concerts. I was fortunate enough to be able to work some of those shows. I walked between Selena and Emilio Nevada holding a bunch of beer. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, all right. The Real Astroworld, a retro pop art collection. What does it consist of, and how can people see it?
Okay, so it's 20 pieces. I decided to create Astroworld, my Astroworld, which was the 90s. So I focused on the 90s. I wanted to go with vibrant colors, and I kind of just wanted to walk people through what Astroworld was for me.
Yeah.
So 20 pieces. A lot of the rides are the main attraction of the pieces, but I did some stuff with funnel cakes as well. But it's you can see it at the Houston Toy Museum. It opens on Monday, October 6th. I fell behind a little bit. So Monday, October 6th is the day it opens, and it'll be up the entire month.
I can tell you, when I was looking at some of these, I was having flashbacks on the things that I did and stories that I can't tell. But anyway, you talk about the parents trusting you. It's like, yeah, we'll be good. But it's so cool to do that. Why is it important for us to take time to look back, especially in Houston? We know we are a city that a lot of the things that built us are gone away. We've torn them down and made way for other things. Why is it important for us to take the time to look back?
It's to look back and say, this is something that brought us together. And what can we do going forward? What kinds of events can we create going forward that will bring Houstonians together to build memories like we all built, to give our kids that same opportunity to build those type of memories?
Yeah, we get to view the art. Can people buy the art?
So there will be prints available at the Houston Toy Museum. Also, I have 3 different styles of T-shirts. Yeah, the art's sold and spoken for, and there's going to be a big announcement on where it's going. So that's coming. I can't disclose that, but we're excited. We're very excited.
All right. The holidays are coming up. They're right around the corner. If you go to any craft store, you feel like you're actually behind on your Christmas shopping. So when it comes to toys and shopping, like just kind of some of the things that you all have available that's just kind of off the beaten path.
So at our store, we'll have pretty much everything. Marvel Legends. We specialize in vintage, so anything from the 80s and 90s, that's what we love. That's our wheelhouse. So we have Transformers, Masters of the Universe, like all the stuff we grew up loving. We just got a big She-Ra collection. She-Ra's super popular for girls and guys alike because she's really cool.
What is the one toy, vintage toy, that you would love to get your hands on that you haven't yet? I'll ask both of you that one.
Rocket firing backpack Boba Fett.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Prototype figure.
Yeah.
I have a piece I've been chasing that's super obscure out of the Brave Star line, and probably not a lot of people know that. People that come to the store know that, but I've been chasing that for years and years.
Yeah. Okay, I want my early Chatty Cathy back because my sister, who is 6 years older than me and very mean, she told me if I cut the string that Chatty Cathy would talk to me on her own. I cut the string, she never talked back to me again, and so I need to go back to, if you get a Chatty Cathy, you just let me know. All right, gentlemen, thank you so much, and thanks for sharing these memories with us. The Real Astroworld, a retro pop art collection, opens next week, Tuesday through Sunday at the Houston Toy Museum during regular museum hours. For more information, visit greatdayhouston.com, and we will connect you.